seems to be more smoking on the trains, dope and cigarettes, kind of more nefarious behavior, I'd say.
One operator, you see only what's going on in the head car. Whatever goes on in the additional cars in the consist of your train, who knows what's going on. It's just madness.
A new documentary examines the current state of the CTA with input from riders, aldermen, and even a train operator who speaks anonymously. Inside Chicago's transit system derailed was created by film students at DePaul University.
Brian Deitch and Michael Parisi are here. Good morning.
Good to see you guys.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
All right, so I guess the basics would be crime, cost, reliability, comfort. What did you discover?
Yeah, I mean, that's mainly what it comes down to. And when we talked to riders, it was certainly echoed there. It really comes down to, like you said, safety concerns by riders and then just the reliability. Not only did riders find that these trains aren't showing up as frequently as they would hope, but when they do finally get a train and get on, oftentimes it smells, it's dirty. Maybe there's people causing chaos on the train oftentimes, especially if you're riding later at night. So it's really just a host of issues that all contribute to a very unpleasant and unreliable riding experience, we find.
Michael, we saw a train operator from the Red Line that wanted to remain anonymous. What did he say that he really thought would get him in trouble?
There was some stuff he asked us not to disclose, but there's just a lot of horrific stories we heard. Like,
give us an example of what he's experienced. He shares.
He's experienced a lot of violence that he's had to personally go and sort of see himself, because the operators are the first ones that have to respond to these things that happen on the train. So it's really unsafe for these operators to go respond to a violent thing that's happening in a back train. So that was something very big.
And that's something that's new that they didn't have to do before? It's more recent development, is that what he's saying?
Yeah, so they used to actually have up to 3 different CTA operators on each train. Now they've cut that down to 1. So whenever there is an issue in the train, he has to go, close his little compartment, and walk to the back of the train and try and address whatever problem there is. And he, oftentimes will call CPD, the police, and they won't show up. And if they do, it'll be an hour later.
Is some of this a loss of revenue because of COVID and people don't have to commute into the city? Downtown's kind of empty. People can Zoom two days a week or 5 days a week. Is that
right? So
what's
it's
happening here?
Definitely sort of a chicken and the egg issue, depending on how you look at it. Certainly with COVID, we don't have the 5-day-a-week, in-person workers and the ridership that accompanies that anymore. And that was a significant portion of reliable revenue for the CTA. We don't have that anymore. But also the conditions on the CTA have gotten so much worse that it's discouraged people from riding it. So it's really sort of a doom loop, I think, that we're experiencing right now, which is really unfortunate.
So Michael, CTA won't talk to you on camera about this, right? They issued a statement. What did they say?
They basically said they had no comment for us. They didn't want to discuss this issue on camera. We reached out to them tons of times, and we first got, we were told that we were able to interview them, and then they backed down on that. So
I find that strange, and reading whatever statement they had, it's like, we're doing our best. But I wonder, does New York or Boston have these same issues?
To an extent, it's a little bit different, but we do find that the CTA, much more so than other transit agencies in other cities, is particularly plagued by these issues. And while all cities, of course, were affected by COVID, the CTA seems uniquely unable to really tackle these and move forward.
Any reason why? Is that just come down to personal leadership, or?
A lot of, certainly due to mismanagement, I think a lot would say. Also, Chicago's just downtown, and I think urban core has rebounded less than other cities. But yeah, I think most people would probably tell you it comes down mainly to leadership.
We should say that CTA released an extended statement, but in a nutshell, they say this documentary project is not reflective of the current state of the CTA, and they say more progress has continued to be made in the last year, including bringing back pre-pandemic schedules, nearly 30 bus routes, and unprecedented hiring. So we'll see if it changes. In the meantime, you guys are just students. So
I did.
What's your plan after this?
Well, I didn't even know they had that statement, so that's very fun to see.
There we go. All right.
But I want to continue making documentaries and sharing, the many real-world stories that our world has to offer. I plan on going out to Los Angeles and pursuing my career out there.
Graduate in May?
Graduate in June,
Wow.
actually.
Oh, in June.
Yeah,
All right. And you got another year, right, Michael?
Yep, I got another year of studying film and PR and advertising. So,
All right.
yep.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thanks for
thank you.
joining us, guys.
course.
Thanks. Nice to see you. For more information, you can check out RyanDeitch.com. You can also see Inside Chicago's Transit System Derailed on YouTube. We'll see you guys.
All right, take care.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys.